The article shared with you today is titled Married for 8 Years, Separate Beds for 6 Years. Smart Women Know How to Manage Marriage. Let's listen together. There's a colleague in the company named Lao Lai. Last year, he pretended to divorce his wife for the sake of buying a house, but ended up not buying the house and cheated his wife out of everything. It turned out Lao Li had been having an affair outside. In order to get rid of his unsatisfactory wife, he came up with such a ruthless scheme. A few days ago, Lao Li's ex-wife caused a scene at the company, making everyone aware of the situation. She's in her 30s but looks over 40, crying and accusing Lao Li's deception. While cleaning the office, Lao Li was fired on the spot. After Lao Li left, colleagues learned about his family background. It turns out Lao Li and his ex-wife were married for 8 years, with separate beds for 6 years. That is to say, they lived separately after their child was born. Lao Li's wife resigned from her job to take care of the child, sacrificing herself for Lao Li's career. Gradually, Lao Li started coming home later and later, with more and more phone calls, and their communication decreased. After 8 years of marriage and 6 years of separate beds, the marriage was already dead. Later, when Lao Li developed feelings for someone else, he wanted to cheat his wife into divorce, transferring assets and leaving her with nothing. But Lao Li's wife, knowing about his affair, deceived herself, letting him not fulfill his responsibilities as a husband, enduring the miserable marriage. Their colleagues said one was too bad and the other was too foolish. I believe the problem between spouses lies not in sleeping separately, but in the inability to stand on equal ground, communicate, and understand each other. Platonic marriage is also a form of happiness. In her new book, I Dare to Be Lonely in Your Arms, Liu Yang wrote about her married life. They go out together but watch different movies in different theaters, return home together, then go to their separate rooms and study. They share the kitchen and dining room. It can be seen that Liu Yang and her husband live under the same roof but in separate rooms. Although they don't live in the same room, they can watch movies together and have meals at the same table, talk about work, life, and even travel separate. Liu Yang and her husband are economically and spiritually independent, respecting each other's space and managing their marriage in a relaxed manner. Liu Yang said, "When love reaches its highest level, even silence together feels sweet and happy, not awkward or boring." She knows how to enjoy the freedom of being single and how to manage marriage. Liu Ying's marriage tells us that women who know how to manage themselves also know how to manage marriage. In the past 2 years, I have heard thousands of emotional stories. In my opinion, to manage marriage well, following 3 points. 1. Don't quit your job easily after becoming a mother. Over half of my friends around me, after giving birth, the first thing they did was quit their jobs to take care of their children. They thought since the family has limited members and no one else can take care of the child, plus they need postpartum recovery, they decided not to work. The husband can support the family. However, most of them regretted quitting their jobs later. From then on, even buying a sanitary pad required reporting to their husbands. Economic foundation determines family status. If he wants to buy gifts for his parents, you cannot object. But if you want to buy gifts for your parents, you need his approval. Many conflicts accumulate bit by bit, and most conflicts arise from money. Look at those women who, after giving birth, hurried back to work. What they need is not money, but a sense of security. I also want to advise those women who have lost themselves in marriage. Marriage should not be a woman's whole life. When the children grow up a bit, go out to work. Thanks for listening so far. This channel is for everyone to improve better daily. If any of the words or sentences are helpful, then both my team and I will be very happy. Subscribing and following will help keep us moving forward. Let's get back to sharing. 2. Never give up self-growth at any time. I have a senior who belongs to the Married After Graduation group. She got married right after graduation, spends her days watching Korean dramas, eating snacks, playing with her phone, never reads books, and doesn't care about what's happening outside. When her husband discusses issues with her, she always digresses. She takes good care of her husband but refuses to engage with new things or learn. She lives in the past in her own world. Over time, problems arose in her marriage. Her crying, making a scene, or even threatening suicide couldn't save the marriage. Some say the world is always changing, and people change every day. If you always stay in the past, you will be eliminated. When you consider marriage as the ultimate destination, you will find that marriage cannot give you the security you want. No matter how good you cook or how clean you keep the house, in the eyes of a man who doesn't appreciate you, it's worthless. A woman's final destination is always herself. When you become a woman who keeps up with the times, you won't have wild thoughts or be overly concerned. 3. Make yourself thinner, prettier, and richer. When a woman is thin, beautiful, and rich, she will find the world gentle and friendly. People are visual animals. They will think you are kind just because of your look. Children will be proud of you, and when your husband takes you out, others will envy him. Parents will be proud to mention you. When you are thin, beautiful, and rich, your husband will treat you better. He worries about you being taken away by others. Most importantly, no matter what you wear, you look good. You have the ability to give your children a happy childhood, your parents a rich old age, and leave room for your own future. Smart women know to invest in themselves first, become better, and then have the confidence to manage marriage. Remember, your confidence is your luck in marriage. Wrong ones part ways, right ones find their way. That's all for today's sharing. Feel free to leave a comment about your feelings. Don't forget to like and share with your friends. Looking forward to meeting you.